Hi. So, right now well, not right now, but today it is Thursday. Um, I am feeling a little bit just disappointed and sad because I just been reflecting throughout a whole relationship, and I had many red flags that I didn't take into consideration. Um, I was just, and I still have some pictures of like the times that I caught him, liking other girls, messaging other girls, and just pretty much wanting to starting an affair, pretty much. And I still stayed with him. And the thing that I'm disappointed about is because yes, I stood up for myself. However, I didn't stand up for myself good enough. Um, he would always tell me when I tried to stand up, like, hey, like I caught you, like, what the heck is this? Messaging his friends. He would basically just tell me it's my fault because I wasn't giving him intimacy. I remember his words. Well, do you blame me? Do you blame me in being interested in other girls? Do you blame me this happening? You're not giving me what I want. And he was telling me, well, I'm a straight, because I would tell him, like, you're being so rude and you're being a jerk. And he would always tell me, well, I'm a straight up guy. You know how I am. I think straight out, no sugarcoating it. And one thing is being straight out, and another thing is just being a jerk, being heartless, and being disrespected. And I let it slide. Because after many times him telling me that, I started to believe it. I was like, maybe I do deserve this. Maybe I just didn't stand up for myself. And there was a red flag, a major red flag, such a big flag that I decided to ignore that. If I could go back in time, I would probably not stayed with him after that incident. But I remember I went to get my hair cut. I was hanging out with my friend before, and she was there during the process of getting my hair cut. So of course, I was taking my time. And when I went to his house, he was he was he was furious. He didn't believe me, and pretty much an incident happened that I had to prove to him that I wasn't sleeping around with another guy. It was the most humiliating thing ever. And again, I did not see that as a red flag. I grew up pretty much by myself. I had to learn things by myself, and best believe if I ever have a daughter, and even my son, and they were to tell me that their partner did what his dad did to me in the beginning, that red flag that I'm mentioning, I will literally tell my son and my daughter, leave out of the relationship. Leave. That's not a healthy relationship. So that is why it comes to the point where now with my son, I'm very open, and I'm trying to be as open as possible with him, making it clear that he can talk to me about anything and everything, making him know that I love him, just having a good, hopefully, mom and son relationship in the future. And now too, right? Um, but like I mentioned, in the beginning of a relationship, other than that incident, it was great. The first 2 3 years, I don't remember. It was great, He was nice. He was romantic. He was cuddly. until the time that I caught him with him messaging other girls, commenting on other girls. And the thing is that it's not just like random girls, it was his friends. So to me, it meant a little bit more than that. However, I would just brush it to the side. And that's when our relationship became down spiraling. I started losing trust. And when it comes to intimacy, the way I like to portray it as is when you have intimacy with somebody, it's because you trust them 100%. Therefore, you let them into the world of intimacy. However, the moment we started having intimacy issues because I didn't realize it then, but I just realized it yesterday when I was talking to my psychologist. The moment that our relationship started having intimacy issues, because that was the moment that I stopped trusting him. And I'm like that. The moment that I stop trusting you, show me something that I don't trust you, and it's something big. It's really hard for me to lose trust in you. I block you. Same thing with my mom. We don't have a good relationship. She doesn't have a good relationship with my sister as well. But there were so many incidents that in our childhood that she should have tried harder as a mother and protected us as a mother. However, she didn't. Many times she didn't, because there was many incidents. She tried having that, or starting to have, or entering the world of having that daughter and mother relationship when I was already older. When I was a teen, I don't know how old I was. I remember I was a teen already. But the moment that she tried, I literally blocked her off. And that reminded me of me blocking off the father of my son when it came to intimacy. That I loved him, I did, of course, and I still do. And it sucked that I couldn't give it my all because I didn't notice then, but I didn't give him my all because I stopped trusting him. And how can I let somebody into the intimacy world when I don't trust that person? Just yesterday, my therapist, or my therapy appointment, she was just mentioning how the two most important factors in a relationship, amongst other things, of course, but these two are respect and trust. In a relationship, there should never be no disrespect, and there should always be trust. And with me, like I said, I did stood up for myself, but not enough to the point for him to realize that what he was doing was wrong. And the thing that I was wrong about is I was trying to make him understand my end, when instead I should have done is just end it and tell him, you know what, you're not understanding how I feel, you're not understanding me, we're not understanding each other, therefore there's no point of continuing. I was just going through my phone, and I still have the pictures of one of the many incidents that I caught him messaging other girls. And it's so sad. It's so sad that I still stuck with him even after this. I'm gonna get the other paper because it was on my phone and I'm recording. But I'm gonna read it.